I was panicking right now because my light just died. This light right here. I have a light right here. The other one that I usually use, it died. So I'm upset, but it's okay. I'm gonna get a new one in San Antonio anyway. So I might do a vlog. I have no idea. But we're gonna be ranking every Coldplay album because I had no other idea what to do. So yay, we're ranking every Coldplay album. So why not? All the way from Parachutes to Moon Music. It's just a refresher on how I don't know. I've done this video before. Terrible. It's gonna be terrible too. I've done this before, but my opinion has kind of changed, I guess. So, yeah, we're gonna start off actually like in a future video. I'm gonna rank them like from worst to best. This is just ranking on tiers. So, yeah, starting off with Parachutes. Their first album, their debut hit album. This was mostly acoustic, mostly like at least half of them were love songs. I like the sound of it. It's pretty. Has pretty mellow tones. I think pretty much like the album so far. Pretty good debut for Coldplay in my opinion. Yeah, just like a really sweet sound to start off their album, start off their discography and all that. Pretty nice start. I'm honestly gonna put Parachutes at an A. I mean, really good start in my opinion for Coldplay. I feel like this album was the first. How do you say it? I feel like this album was really the groundbreaking album that got them. Obviously, like some of these are a lot better. So yeah, but still, I don't know what I'm talking about. So, but Parachute's gonna go in the A tier to start off. So yeah, A Rush of Blood to the Head. Honestly, it's better than Parachutes in my opinion. I feel like this was their hit into or the dabbling into alternative rock, and I feel like they made it work really well with this album. Yeah, honestly, pretty good. The songs that I consider the worst on this album are the hit singles, which are Clocks, In My Place, and all that. They're not bad at all, in my opinion. I just feel like A Rush of Blood has a lot of hidden gems, and with the next two albums, there's gonna be a lot more of those. But Rush of Blood to the Head going in the A tier. It's better than Parachutes, so that's why I'm gonna rank it like that. So good start to their first two albums, and then you had X and Y, which totally different from the first two. Actually, A Rush of Blood and Parachutes are very different in their own ways, and then there's X and Y, where it's extremely different. This album leaked before it was due to release. I think it leaked a week before. It came out June 6, 2005. It leaked a week before, I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't know. I wasn't born. But here's X and Y. Different electronic sounds, more space rock kind of vibes there. Pretty different from like I said, very vastly different from the first two albums. Has a lot of hidden gems like Swallowing the Sea, Twisted Logic. Everyone hates that, but it's great. A Message is awesome. X and Y, the title track, is pretty great in my opinion. There's White Shadows. Like most of the songs from X and Y just don't get talked about anymore. X and Y, honestly, very different, but I love it. Honestly, my top two album. It goes in the S tier. That's the first entry into the S tier to start off. So Coldplay's first three albums, amazing so far. And next up, you have Viva La Vida, which released in like June 2008. On this one, you're not gonna get anything better than this one. Viva La Vida, just already S tier. I'm gonna put it in S tier. Like I said with X and Y, this one has a lot of hidden gems too. You have Cemeteries of London, and then 42. Amazing there. I wouldn't say Lost is a hidden gem. I think they've promoted Lost a lot. There's Strawberry Swing, which is kind of talked about nowadays. There's Yes, which is amazing. Violet Hill is awesome. It's just underplayed. I love this album. This album is the most recent one I've listened to. Like, I never really listened to the studio albums full anymore. But Viva La Vida is the one I listened to most recently, honestly. The amount of sound into it, like the amount of different experimental songs in this was great. You had like church choirs and organs for Lost. You had Lovers in Japan use attack piano. You had Chris Martin going low on the vocals for Yes. Viva La Vida, you had that French Revolution vibe of it. You had Violet Hill, distorted rock. Cemeteries of London was like this very eerie, spooky song that, I don't know why I said spooky, that's so childish of me. But you get what I'm saying, like, it's just very omniscient, and it's just very experimental, which honestly, out of the experimental ones, this one worked out really really well. With X and Y, there was not really too much experimental stuff, but it was still amazing. This one they did it a lot better. So people the video best album, it goes in the S tier. So yeah, next up we have Milo Xyloto. This one is where Coldplay starts to take a deep step down, but it's okay. They all take steps. They all take everyone in the music industry. They always take a step down at some point. With Milo Xyloto, I don't think it was that bad of a step down like everyone claims it to be. I feel like it was good. Just the step in the direction of pop music, and it didn't really work with me too well. I don't like pop music that much. With Milo, it kind of worked. I think it was pretty decent in my opinion. I'm gonna put it in the B tier. It was obviously the worst one in my opinion. Oh, not the worst. So far, it's the worst one. My God, there's worse albums on here. But still, Milo's album, step in a direction that I'm not really too keen on, but it's okay. It was still decent. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't. It was decent. It was decent. It's just not as good as the first four, obviously. Next up, we have Ghost Stories, a really another step in a very interesting direction. It was a breakup album after Gwyneth Paltrow split up with Chris Martin. I love this album a lot. It's really intimate. It's really just, it's sorrow. It's mellow. It's a cry for help. Honestly, I really think it really works, in my opinion. And obviously, it really pisses me off when I'm like having a happy mood and a Ghost Story song comes on. I'm not gonna hate it because of it. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. It surprised me in a way that I didn't think so. Like, I started becoming a Coldplay fan when Everyday Life came out, and when I first listened to Ghost Stories, I'm like, whoa, this is totally different. I just like the personal stuff it just got into. Obviously, you're gonna see more of that in Everyday Life, but with Ghost Stories, it honestly reached the point where it's like, oh my God, it's really good. I love the mental points in this as well, because you have at some points where your mental health is absolutely just escalating to the lowest, and then with the Sky Full of Stars, it's the healing song. Same thing with Fly On. I can't really explain it too much, but this is definitely how a breakup album really works. And like, it's like the morning of a breakup, just for the first like what 7 or 7 songs, yeah. The morning of it, and then the healing of it comes at the end of it. Like, it describes it perfectly, in my opinion. I feel like like the old album track lists that I've seen from this, like they don't pale in comparison. I feel like what they got with the actual track list, like the release stuff of it, perfect. Nothing like no, just don't change it. I wish we could have had "World Without You" as a B-side though. I want to hear that song so badly. Now next up, we move on to yet another change in direction, "A Handful of Dreams." This one came out. So like I said with the breakup stuff, this one was really the aftermath of it, the healing part of it, the most like the reflection at that point, but in a happy tone. Yay. Handful of Dreams, honestly, it starts off really well. Like A Handful of Dreams is a great start. Birds is amazing, and then Him for the Weekend comes out, or Adventure of a Lifetime. I don't care for the track list at that point, or I don't care to memorize the track list. My bad. But you have Him for the Weekend and you have Adventure of a Lifetime. Two overrated songs, like honestly. Fun is good. Tomorrow is a lot better. Amazing Day. I haven't listened to that song in 3 years, but I thought it was good. I haven't heard. Like I said, I haven't heard that song in like 3 years. I thought it was good. Last time I heard it, I just have no memory of it anymore. Kaleidoscope is very weird. Just put Vampire Symphony on there, even though I hate that song. Or I don't hate it. I just think it's all right. Up and Up is great. Color Spectrum is weird. I don't know. They fumbled a really good part of this album, which I don't know. Like the first 2 songs, like it starts off really well, and then it just digresses, in my opinion. Which I don't know. Did I name all the songs? I don't know. There's Everglow. Everglow, I think, is honestly a top 3 from this album because I love this. I love the album version of Everglow. I hate the single version with the passion. I don't know. I feel like they got it right with the album version. They didn't have to mess it up. They didn't have to mess it up. But yeah, so far this is their worst album out of what I've ranked so far. This is worse than Milo. Yep, there it is. I'm sorry to people who actually like A Handful of Dreams. Army of One, it's good. I hate the sample. X Marks the Spot is utter dog shit. So sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't care. Next up, we have is a top three album for me. Everyday Life. Honestly, it would have been better with the demos, but moving on. Everyday Life, honestly, was once again another change in direction. Like Coldplay with every album just changed their direction no matter what. Like they had something different, which is what I loved about Coldplay. Like they've had something different each album. Now, not all of them are great. I mean, you have Music of the Spheres that's coming up right now. I'll get to that right now. But I love the way they change directions every album. Hopefully, with LP11, they change it up again, and then with the final album, they just go back to their roots, like in Parachutes and all that. It's gonna be. I hope it sounds like Parachutes or something. I don't want a demos compilation on that album. Which is unpopular. I want new stuff for that last album. But yeah, Everyday Life. Moving on, moving back to Everyday Life. Honestly, the double album thing, I didn't get it at first, but now like honestly, it's really Sunrise is a very is the sentimental and kind of the lower emotions like anger and sadness in that one album, and then or that one half of the album, and then Sunset is that more like energetic, still kind of angry, but more energetic, more like not hopeful. I don't want to say hopeful, like just more alive feeling. I don't know. So with Sunrise, you have Church. Honestly, I don't know how to explain that song. Honestly, Trouble in Town is just like about police brutality, which honestly I love that about that song. And then the heavy riffs that came in at the end of it, amazing. Broken, everyone hates it. I love it. I really love that song. It's a really nice, nice little tune with the gospel choir or the not the gospel choir. What the hell am I talking about? This Broken Daddy is like one of the saddest songs I've ever heard in my life. Wow. Really blew me away when I first heard that. You know, Wonder of the World, Power of the People did not need to be on this album. The entire thing is perfect. I would have replaced Wonder of the World, Power of the People, whatever it's called, with something like Famous Old Painters or something. Nah. Yeah, actually, Famous Old Painters would have been good for that, honestly. Or maybe, what's another one? What's another unreleased song that could have replaced Wonder of the World? I'm not gonna get into it right now. Yeah, I won't get into it right now. Then you had Arabesque, honestly. One of the craziest songs I've ever heard. The demo is better, but still. Even the studio version, it's great. It's really great in my opinion. Then there's When I Need a Friend, which honestly it could have been replaced too, I can't lie. With Weirdo or something. There's Weirdo. Okay, there you go. Or Wedding Bells. Yeah, I don't know. And then moving on to the Sunset part, Guns is amazing. Everyone hates that song, but I love it. Orphans is honestly, it fits on the album. Like, it honestly really does. Cry, Cry, Cry. The one time the Angel Moon voice worked, or the Angelina voice, whatever. It honestly worked here in my opinion. I like this little slow jam that it sounds like more old fashioned song, which I love it. Old Friends, pretty sad song about Chris's friend who died almost a decade ago, actually 15 years ago. I had no idea. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then there's Vanny Adam, which I honestly, Ballad of St. John, it's what it's actually called, but it could have worked without it. It could have been a transition to Arabesque, but I'm not complaining. Wait, no, I had an idea. Just whatever. Then there's Shaming of the World, and then Everyday Life. Honestly, this album is really great. In my opinion. Yeah, it could use some replacements, but still, even with the songs we got, I honestly think it's great. It's amazing. Top 3 album, like that. And then, oh god, we move on to Music of the Spheres. I cannot decide if I want to put this in CRD. Because, I was talking about the experimental stuff from X and Y and Viva La Vida, like how it worked. With this album, it did not work at all. It starts off great. Like I said with the Help from Dreams, it starts off great, and then it just dies. Music of the Spheres and Higher Power. Music of the Spheres is a weird transition. I don't know how to explain it. Higher Power is a great song. It's a great song. Humankind as well. Then you have Alien Choir. I asked myself, what the hell is that? It's a 53-second interlude, which does not even fade into Let Somebody Go. It was useless on the track list. What is it for? Like, if there's a full-fledged song, let's put on there, then fine. But it did not need to take a full spot. It blessed could have been there. Or something like, I don't know, 2 Aliens? I have no idea. Like, come on, what is that for? Let Somebody Go is mid, kind of. The solo version with Chris is better. Human Heart, I don't know what they're trying to do there. I mean, it's decent, but like the lyrics are just what? People the Pride is good, but the studio version is terrible. They should have just called it The Man Who Swears and replaced it with the work lyrics, in my opinion. Beautiful is awful. I don't know why they considered that. The demo is at least My Universe. I mean, oh, hold on. There's another transition where there's another interlude song. I don't know what it's called, but it takes its own spot on the track list. It's 21 seconds long and it does nothing. What are they doing? My Universe is alright, I guess. Without BTS, it's better though. No offense. Infinity Sign, an instrumental, really? It's good, but what an instrumental, really? And Coloratura somehow, out of all that, Coloratura is a top 3 song for me. I don't know what they were trying to do with this album. It obviously did not work. Terrible. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I swear to God. But damn, dude, what were they trying to do here? Oh, I don't know. I'm trying my hardest not to rage right now. I swear to God. Once you see me do album reviews, because I'm gonna redo all the album reviews, because I feel like now I think I'm decent at it. Not good, obviously, but I feel like I'm okay at it. And then Moon Music, the album that just released on October, this past year, starts off well. Honestly, this is much better than Music of the Spheres. Moon Music. Whatever you want to call it, it's awesome. Honestly, I did not expect them to start the album like that. It was honestly pretty good. Feels Like I'm Falling in Love is pretty good. I think it fits on the album. We Pray, it doesn't. It's a good song, but it doesn't. Yeah, that's the only complaint you're getting from me. Jupiter is pretty good. It was better than I thought it would be. So that's cool there. Good Feelings is good. Something about it feels childish to me. I don't know. The Angel Moon stuff. Orchestra of Rainbows, or whatever it's called, Alien Hits or something. Like I said, I just haven't listened to the studio albums in such a long time. Whatever it's called, the Rainbow track. With Neon Forest in it, it's a missed opportunity to like have the full Neon Forest and all that. With the Rainbow EP, I'm hoping that's a thing, because why just tease all those songs and do nothing with them? You only had Neon Forest and Angel song. I'm hoping that's a good track though. It's a really good track. I just hope they execute more on it at some point. I Am a Mountain is amazing. My favorite song off of this one. It's amazing. A Turn is a lot better than I thought it'd be. All My Love is one of my favorites as well. And One World, it surprisingly was good for me. Honestly, I enjoyed One World a lot. So, yeah. This did better than I thought. I'm gonna put it in between Milo and Head Full of Dreams, right here. It's not that bad. Like I said with Milo Zelato, it's decent. It's just, actually, you know what? It's better than Milo Zelato. You know what? I'm not trying to glaze the album too much, but I'm thinking it's better than Milo. Okay, I can't put it there. Just pretend. But that's it for my rankings. I'm sorry if I seemed harsh enough, but I don't care about your opinion. So, goodbye.